What's going on, guys? We're on track 3, Queen, A Night at the Opera. This is I'm in Love with My Car. I'm in Love with My Car was written and sung by Taylor. Okay, alright. It's going to be a straight up rock and roller. The song was initially taken as a joke by May. Oh, who thought Taylor was not serious when he heard a demo recording. Taylor played the guitars in the original demo, but they were later re-recorded by May on his Red Special. Lead vocals were performed by Taylor on the studio version, and all released live versions. The revving sounds at the conclusion of the song were recorded by Taylor's then current car, an Alfa Romeo. The lyrics were inspired by one of the band's roadies, Jonathan Harris, whose Triumph TR4 was evidently the love of his life. This song is dedicated to him, with the album saying dedicated to Jonathan Harris, Boy Racer to the End. When it came down to releasing the albums for a single, Taylor was so fond of this song that he urged Mercury, the writer of the first single, Bohemian Rhapsody, to allow it to be the B-side. This decision would later become the cause of much internal friction in the band, and that while it was only the B-side, it generated an equal amount of publishing royalties for Taylor as the A-side did for Mercury. The song was often played live during the 77 to 81 period. Taylor sang it from the drums while Mercury played piano and provided backing vocals. It was played in the Queen plus Paul Rodgers tour in 2005 and the Rock the Cosmos tour in 2008. Taylor would again play the song for his concerts with the Cross and solo tours, where instead of drums he played rhythm guitar. Yeah, I mean, okay, interesting. Yeah, it just seems like you have these two really strong personalities, and it's been pretty clear to me that Roger Taylor wants to be a frontman. Like, he just comes off as that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. Come here. You're gonna be a problem? Freaking cat is here. I'm already thinking she's gonna be a problem. Hey, I got things to do right here. Okay, you can't be bothering me. Can't be messing up the setup. I'm in love with my car. All right, let's get to it. Bam. I mean, while I think everything sounded really good, right? Everything sounded really good. Those backing vocals, just repeating "I'm in love with my car" and all that. The song doesn't catch me. It doesn't. It sounds good. It does. It sounds good. Everything sounds good, but I'm kind of like, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Brian May, where he thought it was a joke at first. Not fully. I'm not like, okay, this is a joke, because it does sound really good. Like, it does. It sounds really good. Everybody sounds fantastic. But the song itself, I'm kind of like, and while it's not as, like, overtly rock and rolly as previous Roger Taylor songs, it still has that. It still has that more than like Brian May's got songs where you could tell that he's into the Beatles, and Freddie Mercury's got his songs which are just really dramatic and elaborate, even, just theatrical, very all of that. This is more, it's just more straight up coming from a rock and roll kind of place. That's how I hear it. But yeah, the subject matter and all this stuff, I'm like, And I know I didn't like Red Barchetta initially. I wasn't sold on it, but I love Red Barchetta now. So I'm like, I don't think that's what's going to happen with this song, though. I don't know. I don't think so. It's not the same. Yeah, Red Barchetta at least was like clever and like kind of inventive in terms of musically how they were creating this backdrop of this visual. That's what I mean to say. This musically creating this visual. Where this musically it sounds great. The recording sounds really good. But I'm not in love with cars like this guy is, apparently. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't connect with it. I think that's maybe more of what it is. Sounds really good. Sounds like they did a good job with it. And also, like, I don't fully understand. So let me read this again. When it came down to releasing the album's first single, Taylor was so fond of his song that he urged Mercury, the writer of the first single, Bohemian Rhapsody, to allow it to be the B-side. This decision would later become the cause of much internal friction in the band, in that while it was only the B-side, it generated an equal amount of publishing royalties for Taylor as the A-side did for Mercury. So the problem is Mercury thought he shouldn't have made as much as Bohemian, thought that Taylor shouldn't have made as much because it wasn't Bohemian Rhapsody, which I mean, I don't know. I don't fully understand this part. I'm just kind of like, okay, but they were released as like an as a single, and if the single got sold and those are the two songs on it, then what did you think was going to happen? Like, I don't get it. I don't fully get it. That's why I'm like, these two personalities, it just feels like there's like this power struggle kind of thing, like ego. Feels like there's ego. That's why I'm like, I'm not like, yeah, what did you expect? And in that kind of way, it makes it seem like it's, well, I don't want you to succeed or have that success or whatever, like, I don't want, or maybe he's thinking, well, you only had that because of because of my song, right? That kind of thing. It's like, okay, but there needed to be a B-side, right? I mean, should it have been a different song? Yeah, it should have been You're My Best Friend. It should have been John Deacon's song, frankly. That's what I would think. I mean, not knowing any of the other songs on the album, knowing You're My Best Friend, that's a really good song. That's a really good song. It should have been that song. That's what I would say. But whatever. John Deacon doesn't have, he's not the squeaky wheel. Roger Taylor clearly is. So is this cat at the moment. So, okay, that's what I got on this song. Not really into it. Sounds really good, but not into the song. Alright, cool. Up next, You're My Best Friend. I'll catch you then. Later.